Thanks for staying tuned. I'm Stanford Howard with this edition of the Hgp Sportscast. In cycling, the 42nd Teach Them Young cycling program pedals off on July 9th in the National Park. Colwyn Abrams has the details.
The program will be held for the 42nd consecutive year through the National Sports Commission under the tutorage of national cycling coach Hassan Mohammed from July 9 to September 1 in the National Park, Thomas Lands. The program, which is featured during the summer vacation, targets school children but is not limited to them only. It is also open to anyone interested in the sport. Persons interested in participating in the program must have the necessary protective gears, especially a helmet, as well as a bicycle in working order. Hassan explained that the program is absolutely free and that all is required is to be registered. Persons desirous of registering can do so at the National Park or the National Sports Commission. The program has groomed 95% of cyclists that have represented Guyana, including current Secretary General of the Ghana Olympic Association, Hector Edwards, who was part of the inaugural run of the program in 1976. The program will run on a Monday to Friday basis from 9 hours to 11 hours. For the Hgp Sports, Colwyn Abrams.
We switch our attention now to football. The second half of the GFF Elite League Season 3 begins on Friday evening with a doubleheader at the Lenora Track and Field Stadium.
Competitions Director of the GFF, Ian Alves, said this leg of the league promises to be exciting and competitive for both clubs and fans, since most clubs have capitalized on the current transfer window, which bolstered their base of players. Due to unpredictable weather patterns, the Federation was forced to confine this second half of the season to two venues, the GFC Ground and the National Track and Field Stadium. The Federation believes that the Lenora Stadium will encourage fan support since this facility is one of the better playing surfaces in the country, which will encourage female supporters to come out and enjoy the games. The fixture will feature Victoria Kings FC versus Fruta Conquerors FC at 19 hours and Denamstel FC versus GDF FC at 21 hours on Friday. Sunday's matches will be played at the same venue and will feature the following: Ansgrove FC versus Buxton United FC at 16 hours, Cougars FC versus Denamstel FC at 18 hours, and Mile Rock FC versus Western Tigers FC at 20 hours. Admission to all matches will be $500, and children under 12 years old and ladies will be admitted free. The GFF Elite League is the senior league of the Ghana Football Federation, which informs the senior national squad. For the Hgp Sports, Colwyn Abrams.
Thank you, Colwyn. We now move to cricket. The Ghana Cricket Board is upset about CWI's selection decision to allow Shemron Hetmeyer and Kimo Paul to become bench warmers. Here are the details. In a statement issued by the Ghana Cricket Board about the CWI selection process, the sidelining of two of Guyana's young and upcoming players was lamented. The Ghana Cricket Board said, "It is a well-known fact that the Guyana Jaguars have completely dominated the Regional 4-Day Professional Cricket League for the past 4 consecutive years. And this dominance did not occur by luck or chance, but rather by a carefully designed development program by the Guyana franchise." Kimo Paul was named as a replacement for Shemron Hetmeyer and plucked out from a touring team in England to return to the Caribbean to sit on the bench. Hetmeyer's fast recovery from his recent illness and being fit enough to play in the tour match last week, where he produced a century against the tourists for the CWI President's 11. The Guyana Cricket Board is perplexed that this wasn't enough to warrant his return to the starting 11 in the first test of this Bangladesh series. Kimo Paul was once again made to sit out of this match. The Guyana Cricket Board also lamented that 4 CWI teams have been selected in the last month or so, and some of Guyana's top performers in the PCL over the years could not find favor with the selectors. For the Hgp Sports, I am Stanford Howard. And finally, 14 wickets fell on the second day as the Windies speedster Shannon Gabriel ripped through the Bangladeshi top order in their second innings. More in this report. With 3 days to spare in the first test match, The Bangladeshis are in hot water with just 4 wickets in hand in their second innings, while they trail by a mammoth 301 runs to make the Windies bat again. Craig Brathwaite continued on his overnight total of 88 runs to produce his 6th Test century in the morning session of the second day. He was eventually trapped by Shakib Al Hasan for 121. The Windies batted on to a score of 406 all out, with Shea Hope contributing 67 and Captain Jason Holder and pacer Kemar Roach each contributing 33. At stumps, the visitors were 62 for 6. Their demise was the handiwork of speedster Shannon Gabriel, who picked up 4 wickets for 36 runs from his 7 overs. Captain Jason Holder accounted for the other 2 wickets. For the HGP Sports, I am Stanford Howard.
And that's all we have for this edition of the HGP Sportscast. Do remember, if your dream is big enough, the facts don't matter. Goodbye.